obviously, I know the other night must have hurt a lot losing to Cincinnati. I guess how much did it hurt, and does it maybe help that you can flip the switch a little bit sooner, knowing that you've got a trophy game coming up on Friday, a big rival game against South Florida?
Yeah, super disappointing, obviously. But I mean, time doesn't wait on anybody. We got a new game this week, and you got to flip the switch somehow, and that's what we're gonna do. We just had practice, and we're moving past it, learning from it.
Dillon, how important is it to beat your rival when you think about that in college football?
I think it's huge. Obviously, it's bragging rights, but then also just it's your rival. It's a team you play against every single year, and you get that trophy for a year, and you got to defend it. So, this game is just as big as any game we've played this year, and it's our new opportunity this week, and we got to take advantage of it and go get a W. So.
Dillon, looking back at just the Cincinnati game for a sec, is that the toughest defense you guys have faced this season? And if so, what makes them so difficult?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of good defenses in our conference, but they're super talented. They got a bunch of guys on their team that played a bunch of football. But at the same time, we had opportunities to go take advantage of it, but we didn't. That's the name of the game. You got to take advantage of opportunities in every single quarter of the whole game, and that's what we didn't do. So, like I said, learning from it, moving past it, flipping the switch, getting ready for this weekend, and find a way to just go +1. So.
Dillon, obviously in a season like this, you don't take any game for granted. Being this is the final regular season game coming up, how important is it to you guys to kind of at least finish off on a high note? I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the bowl game? That's for later on. But knowing this is the last game you got right now, how important is it to go out with a really, really great performance?
Huge. It's like I said, it's another opportunity this week to go +1 and find a way to win. Every game is important in the whole schedule, and we continue to stay motivated and find a way to win, and that's always going to be our goal. And this week we got to take advantage of it. So
specifically for the seniors, after losing in what could be their last home game, how important is it for them just to get a win in their last one?
Huge. Obviously sending the seniors out on a high note. But likewise, just finding a way to win. Winning is the goal and something we strive for every single day. So finding a way to do so, go +1, and then obviously beat our rivals is huge.
Dillon, the last two games, you guys have gone through spurts where you weren't able to get on the scoreboard for about 20 minutes or so. Can you describe kind of what happened there, and is it something you guys have been working on maybe to fix this weekend?
I think it's just we're so used to, obviously putting up points early, continue to do so every single drive. Yeah, there's bumps in the road, and that's stuff we need to fix, obviously. But it's attacking every single day, not letting off the gas pedal, not doing any of that. And then obviously just taking advantage of opportunities. We were put in some positions to go move the chains and then continue to, go through our drive, but we just didn't. And that's the name of the game. You got to, move the chains and obviously get into the red zone and take advantage of that. But, during those times we didn't, a lot of times 3 and outs or just times we didn't move the chains. So when you don't do that, it's hard to create a rhythm and that stuff. But that's something we got to attack every single day and know that, every single drive we got to take advantage of.
How nice was it to see Trey Nixon back, and how does he change this offense?
Just another weapon. Trey is a great receiver, plays really hard. He obviously, created a lot of matchups for us when he came out against Cincy. But, just another weapon helps, the whole offense. So, great having Trey back. Love the guy and think, the world of him and know he can make a bunch of plays. So.
Dillon, this was the game 2 years ago when McKenzie got hurt. Has there been any talk this week with him about, maybe coming back to the place. I mean, I know no one really wants to think about it, but it's kind of a milestone knowing that he's getting closer to coming back as a player. So it's kind of significant in this game.
I mean, if I was a fan, I'd want it to be a surprise, so I can't say yes, I can't say no. We'll just see, we'll see what happens. But I know Kenzie is doing great mentally and physically, and he's ready to do so whenever he's ready to do so. So I'm gonna let that just be it and see what happens. So
Dillon, what senior on this team has meant the most to you?
all of them, I can name. Greg, Trey, Jacob, all guys I'm close to. Richie, A-Rob, just guys that obviously been here through the years and have seen obviously the top of the top, and then obviously seen not so good, but just guys that have been through a lot, played a lot of football, and guys who are really intelligent when it comes to the game of football, and then just knowledgeable outside, just being older and going through experiences that us younger guys haven't. So I value every senior, very intelligent guys and super smart in terms of on and off the field. So all of them, really.
Dillon, this week is Thanksgiving also, in case you didn't know. Did you have any favorite Thanksgiving foods growing up or any family traditions like that?
We usually go to my grandma's house. We'd have some turkey ham, some garlic mash, stuffing, all the good stuff. But ever since I came to college, we got a game day. We got the rivalry game, so we usually have it the day after on Saturday. So we'll probably be having the same stuff. My family's up here, so it'll be a fun time.
Dillon, this rivalry series is kind of short. It hasn't been going on very long. But is there a highlight or something that stands out to you that kind of defines the series?
I think it's just Florida versus Florida. I mean, it's just a bunch of guys who are super prideful about, the state they grew up in. A bunch of guys that love the state they grew up in. And just being able to play in that game feels super good. There's a lot of competitive spirits on both sides. I mean, you saw what happened last year with the whole fighting. But I think it's really just the energy of the game, it's just competitive spirit. And I know that it's just part of the game. It's fun. It creates more hype to it. But for the most part, it's a great rivalry game to be a part of. And I'm excited for the matchup. And, come Friday, it'll be a fun one.
I just wanted to follow up on something you were asked earlier because you had a kind of an interesting answer there about KZ.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to follow up and say, should fans be watching out for something? I don't know you want to give it away.
Yeah, I would just be honest. There's a bunch of surprises. I would just sit back and see. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying. Who knows? You know what I mean? So we'll see.